Happy, what's today? What day is the best of? Happy Tuesday. I wanted to I'm just getting out of session, and a part of what we talked about in session um, in our group was recognizing that sometimes we're letting fear stop us. And that thing hit home today, and I wanted to talk briefly about that, right? Like recognizing that there are times that we let fear stop us from moving forward. We let fear keep us from being or achieving the goals that we have. And it's so important for us to kind of think about our future self, right? When you think about your future self, who is that person? How do they look? But most importantly, what are they going to be most proudest of you right now for doing, right? Like, are you choosing to step outside of fear and keep moving, right? So, thinking about it from that perspective, what can I do right now that the future me is going to be really proud of me for doing? And the other thing that we kind of talked about was how fear, it's not even real. Like fear is like, you see this cell phone, right? We can feel it. It's tangible. Fear is not tangible, but that thing can be so powerful of a motivator to keep us from moving forward, to keep us from making the best choices, right? Because we have this fear of being inadequate. We have a fear that we are not good enough. We even sometimes have a fear of success. I know that sounds real crazy, but sometimes we are afraid of succeeding because we are thinking about our limitations. So we're saying things like, well, if I'm successful, will I be able to maintain it? Will it be too much for me? And so that keeps us paralyzed in fear. That keeps us stagnant, right? Like I'm comfortable with where I am right now. So I don't want to rock the boat, or I've never seen it done before. So, nobody in my family has been a business owner. Nobody in my family has had a successful marriage. So why should I, try to step out in that field? And so it's important for us to think about our future. Think about the future you and what you want that future you to look like, and use that to motivate you to step outside of fear, to get to a place where you are able to recognize the type of fear that you tend to deal with. That's important, right? Like one of the things so tonight is Tuesday, Tough Talk Tuesday, where we empower and uplift our men, right? We love our men. And so I have my men's group, and it's really important to encourage our men. They deal with so much. And so sometimes, it's important for them to recognize their value, their worth, and their potential, right? If you can recognize your potential, it really is you identifying what you have on the inside that the future you can look like, right? But before we can reach the future us, it's important for us to dig deep. It's important for us to learn more about ourselves. And when we learn more about ourselves, what our fears are, what kind of harmful thought patterns we tend to engage in, what kind of core beliefs, harmful core beliefs that tend to come up for us, right? What are some of the patterns in our families that we have seen, right, that are stopping us, that are keeping us trapped in this way of thinking, behaving, and living? So, on this journey of helping my men to become their healthiest selves, we're doing some of that work. We're going and we're looking at what are the areas that I'm struggling in? How is fear stopping me? What harmful core beliefs keep coming up, right? So when we're talking about core beliefs, we're talking about beliefs that we have about ourselves, others, in the world, right? So when we're not just born with beliefs, over time, enough people saying things to us, treating us a certain kind of way, us seeing things, enough of that creates a belief system. So a seed is planted and over time it's watered and a tree is going to grow from that, right? And it's looking at what are the fruits that I'm seeing in my life today. Where did that come from? How is it stopping me from moving forward, right? So sometimes the fruit is us not ever moving forward for a promotion because we believe that we are inadequate. We believe that we don't have what it takes to be successful based on what we've experienced in the past. So it's so important for us to go back and do that work. And so tonight, that's what we have been doing, is working with our men to help them go back and look at some of the harmful core beliefs, some of the fears that have been stopping them, and then empowering them to get to a place where they recognize that, yo, I got a lot inside of me. There is a future me, a healthier version of me that's cheering me on. That's like, bruh, let's go. We are not going to let fear stop us. Let's keep it moving. And so after tonight's session, I really just wanted to come on and encourage the men to start challenging yourself to push through fear, to replace fear. Fear is a feeling. Fear is not real. Like, it is not, fear cannot hit you upside your head. Hey, Shabbat. Fear is not a real thing. It is a figment of our imagination. It is a feeling that comes from our thoughts. So it's challenging the thoughts that you are having, thinking about your thought life. One of the things that I talk to my fellows about all the time is being disciplined with putting your helmet on, right? So the helmet really is, what are we using to protect our thinking, our mindset? Because your mindset, from there, honey, everything goes, right? From our thinking, from our belief system. The belief system is the lenses that we're looking at life through. And from those lenses, we interpret, we think about things. And from our thinking, that leads to our feelings. And then from our feelings, that's what we do. From our feelings, we behave, we react from how we are feeling. So it's so important for us to get our minds right. And so your future you is cheering you on, like, yo, come on, you can do it, right? And when you think about the future you, what are you going to be most happy that you started doing right now? Like right now, if you think about a year from now, what will you be proud that you started doing or stopped doing? All right. So a year from now, I want you to think about, where do I want to be a year from now? How do I want to be a year from now? How do I want my life to be? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially? What health do I want to be in those areas? Start doing that now. And I don't care what challenges come up. Don't let that stop you. Keep thinking about, a year from now, where do I want to be? And as you are thinking about that, right, use that to motivate you. Use that to push past these fears. Again, the fears is just like when we were younger. Don't judge me. But when we were younger, what we would do is we would do y'all know about this hand? I forget what they call, like hand puppets or something like that. So we would put our hand in front of the light. And if you looked on the wall, you would see all of these figures, right? And on the wall, the figures looked huge. They looked huge. You can make them look scary. And that's how fear is in our life. Fear looks like the big, scary figure that we're seeing on the wall. And so what's important for us to do, and what I help my clients do, and on Tuesdays, we're talking about the men. So I help my male clients, females too, but I help my male clients examine what is this fear, right? Is it really this huge thing that I'm thinking, or is it really just my hand, right? And if there are things that are coming up for me, if there are fears that I'm experiencing that is stopping me from moving forward, we need to examine the fear and we need to break it down to a simplest part so that we can recognize that fear a lot of times is centered around the woulda, coulda, shoulda, what ifs, right? Well, what if this happens? What if I'm not good enough? What if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to? And so we challenge those fears through looking at the beliefs and the thoughts that are connected to it. So I just wanted to come on and challenge you all to think about where you want to be, your future self, and know that your future self is like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on your future self. Start thinking about, some of us have never even thought about our future self. Like we have been so stuck in today, in life today, like we have been in what we call survival mode, that it's been hard to even imagine a future. Like, what? Anybody got time? I'm trying to live today, right? But what that does is it keeps us thinking and looking inward instead of looking forward. And so that's going to be important to start doing. Hey, Carolyn, it's going to be important for us to start thinking about my future. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to be 6 months to a year from now? How has fear been showing up? How has it been stopping me from reaching that goal? And then make a commitment to yourself that what we're not fitting to do is let fear stop me from achieving, from being, from experiencing everything that I want to experience, everything that I want to be. Because people are waiting on you, right? Fellas, people are waiting on you. Your wife is waiting on you to step up and be the leader that you are called and created to be. Your children are waiting on you to be the father that they need you to be. People are waiting on you. And you cannot squander this time by allowing fear to get the best of you. You are what you more than that. You're a king. You're a king. So I need you to start walking in the authority that you have. But it does start with you recognizing and learning more about yourself, the fears, the patterns that have been stopping you, doing a little bit of deep work to see what area that you may need to heal in, what wounding needs to be addressed, and then learning the practical steps so that you can walk your wholeness out, so that you can walk and achieve what it is you're supposed to be achieving, so that you can live a life on purpose and feel like you are. A lot of times, sometimes they feel like life is happening to them and like they're powerless and weak. No, we not. That's not how we are going to be living. Not in 2022. So it's important for us to start doing that work. So I just want to encourage, I want to share this. You all share this for the man in your life that is struggling, is dealing with fear. Share this with them. It's important too that they begin to discipline themselves. And that's another thing that we're working on in group is becoming disciplined, right? In our thought life. Waking up early, starting your day with getting your mind right, being disciplined in that. A lot of times we're on the defensive, right? We're trying to fight off the thoughts. No, I need you to start your day with your thoughts. You creating the thoughts that you want to have, right? So taking time to meditate, taking time in the morning to get your day right, and then ending your day the right way. So I just wanted to come on. It's Tough Talk Tuesdays. I wanted to encourage my men, my kings, to start walking in the authority and the power that you've been given and not allowing fear to stop you, because your future self is cheering for you, and you have people that are waiting on you. All right. So I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope this is encouraging to you. Share this. And y'all take care and live on purpose. Step outside of fear. Challenge the lies connected to the fears, right? Our fears are feelings that come from our thinking. So start challenging and replacing your thoughts so that you can walk in boldness and healing and wholeness. Carolyn said, I have allowed fear to cripple my future. Younger people, please don't let this happen to you. Listen to this young lady. She's right and knowledgeable. Well, thank you. Thank you. And even now, right, when we're thinking about how fear has stopped us, we can decide today to come outside of agreement with fear and today start moving forward, right? Because just because the past, we don't have to get stuck in the past, right? Because sometimes the regret stops us, right? It's like, well, this happened. I feel bad about it. I wish I could have, right? And then we stay right there. But, and this is what I always tell my coaching clients, I always let them know that the only reason we look at the past is to learn from it. So, what I'm not going to do is look at the past and allow the past to beat me up or to feel down about it. Instead, it's okay, how do I use what I've learned from my past mistakes to grow, to help others, right? So when Carolyn is sharing that, that is helping someone else by sharing your testimony. But then it's also looking at what stopped me. What was I really afraid of, right? What was the belief system that was connected to this fear? So that part is really important, like starting to look at what are the harmful core beliefs that have me thinking that I am inadequate, that I am not enough, that I am helpless, that I'm powerless, or don't have value unless, right? Or I won't be able to be successful, or I don't have what it takes. So I want y'all to start thinking about that, challenging yourself to get rid of those thoughts by replacing them. Okay, so that's an everyday practice, right? You didn't wake up with these harmful core beliefs, so it's not going to be an overnight thing. And that's the other thing, is recognizing that this takes time, it takes commitment, and it takes discipline. But the same way you truly align with those harmful beliefs, that's the same way you can truly learn to align with the truth that you are enough, you have what it takes, you can do all things, you have the innate ability to be successful, to grow, to heal, to be in a good, healthy marriage, to run a successful company, to be a great father, to be a great husband. Whatever it is, you are able to do it. And it takes you getting your mind right, healing from areas of wounding, being open and honest about the woundings that you have. So all of that is important. So I wanted to just come on, encourage you, write out where you want to be 6 months to a year, how you want you to look, what life you want to experience, and every day start working towards that goal, right? Taking the baby steps to work towards that goal. So y'all take care. I'll see you later on. And I hope everyone is challenging themselves to move past fear, so that the future you is delicious to you. All right. So y'all have a great rest of your evening, and I will talk with you all soon.